Right, in a story just coming in now, the South African Federation of Trade Unions General Secretary, Zwelinzima Vavi, has tested positive for COVID-19. Let's get you more details then. Mr. Vavi joins us now on the line. Mr. Vavi, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Tell us about the circumstances. What led to the situation? How did you find out? And what is your understanding of how you became exposed to COVID-19?
No idea. All I had was a flu from Friday, and it got worse by Saturday, Sunday, and so yesterday I went to test just to be on the safe side. Not that I had any of the big signs, or like a chest or a respiratory problem. No, nothing. Just a flu, feeling a little bit down and out of my strides. So the worst I was expecting is to test positive. But there you are, and it shows you that the reason why this thing is such a dangerous disease, a virus, is because you take it so light. I mean, even now, the day that I'm feeling absolutely fine, better than any other day for the past 5 days, boom, and they call to say, no, you're positive, you must go to self-isolation. So that's what I'm going to have to do now. I'm taking it strong because I know that maybe my immune system was not strong enough, so I'm going to be running around my yard, steaming it out, and drinking lots of liquids and hot water. In 14 days, it will be fine. I have no fear about it.
Mr. Vavi, I mean, we definitely have heard about, patients rather testing positive and them still being asymptomatic, not showing any signs, at least symptoms of, COVID-19. But what are the plans now in terms of, self-isolating and quarantining from your family? I mean, I'm hearing you, if I am correctly hearing you, that you'll be running around your house. But are there any plans to start the process of isolating perhaps from your family so that, this does not spread to your loved ones?
Oh, it's going to be a challenge. I have a 7-year-old kids who I want them tested immediately. I have a wife who is in disbelief, and I've got loads of family members in my house. But the rules say you go to a self-quarantine. You can't be in touch with them. You have to wash your own dishes, and you have to wash your own linen. You must wash everything on hot water, take hot baths and hot showers, and in order to fight it off. And that's what I have to do, and they have to go and test. And I've got loads and loads of comrades. We were meeting at SAFTU 2 days before the lockdown. We were having a meeting of the Political and Ideological Commission. They probably have to go the same route and test. And, my work is to interact with workers. And I wish I could remember all of those that I interacted with. But now that this is public, everybody must go and test. And good luck to everybody.
And when you say, Mr. Vavi, that you have no idea where you may have contracted it, it's interesting, right? Because initially part of the screening process has to do with your travel history. Well, at least until now, it has had to do with your travel history. And you've been looking through that, your travel history, where you've been. Have you been working during this lockdown, working from home? Have you had any meetings? Have you attended any church events and the likes? And nothing suggests to you where you would have contracted it?
Not at all. The last meeting, as I'm saying, was a Political and Ideological Commission of SAFTU. 2 days before the lockdown, that would have been around the lockdown was announced for, I can't remember now, but it was 2 days before that. That's the last meeting I had with anybody. From there, came home, I observed everything, never walked out, and except to go to the doctor and to go and in fact I did go on Saturday for a test, and they turned me back to say, no, but your temperature is absolutely normal. I was 36. So when the flu persisted, I said, no, but the temperature may be normal, but I'm still worried. I want you to do a proper test. And they did it yesterday. And there you are. It came back this morning to say, no, you are positive.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Vavi, for talking to us, and we wish you, of course, all the best and the best of health during this time, as well as, for those who've been around you, your family members, your colleagues, your workers, may they go out and test as soon as possible so that, of course, we can at least contain that transmission.
Yeah, and thanks for sharing that diagnosis with the rest of South Africa, of course, because there's no responsibility on your part to do that, but obviously it's important as well to make sure that we don't develop a situation where there's a bit of a stigma around this illness. It is something that, in the estimation of government, about 60 to 70% of South Africans could potentially end up contracting COVID-19, and the majority of people will, feel mild symptoms and will probably not even need to be hospitalized.